Hi, my name is Noel Wilkin. It is my honor to serve as your provost. I hope that you've had a productive and refreshing summer season. At the beginning of the summer, it appeared as though the fight against COVID-19 was progressing in a positive manner, thanks to the availability of successful, effective vaccines. Now, it is clear that the pandemic is not over. While we will continue to face challenges as we will start the academic year, we have much better tools to protect ourselves than we had this time last year. As a university, our strategies have evolved based on the facts, research, and science. When the pandemic began spreading across our country and the state, we sent everyone home. At that time, we had no alternatives. We simply had to steer clear of each other to prevent the spread. Then we developed a layered approach of protocols and learned that masks work. We started bringing people back to campus on June 5th, 2020, as we realized how effective the protocols were. We progressively brought more and more people back to campus over the fall and spring, when nearly 70% of our sections had an on-campus component. When the protocols are followed, we have not seen spread on our campus. The protocols, or layers, were necessary, especially when we didn't know how effective each layer was, and we had no other options. Based on a model developed by Professor James Reason, you can think of these layers, mask wearing, hand washing, hygiene, etc., like Swiss cheese. Each layer is not a barrier, yet when stacked together, they create a solid layer and are quite effective. Then we added vaccines, the strongest, most effective layer yet. We gave people ample time to get vaccinated before bringing all employees back to campus July 7th of this year. We now know how incredibly effective the vaccines are against the virus, even the Delta variant, which makes up an overwhelming majority of the current cases. The Delta variant spreads faster than its predecessor, and it infects more people. As a result, we are requiring masks indoors for both vaccinated and unvaccinated people amid the latest surge in cases in Mississippi. It is the most effective way to interrupt the spread while allowing us to continue the important activities of the university. Based on the research published to date and the actual numbers of cases reported by hospitals, the vaccines clearly work. Even if you have questions about the science, you need only count the number of unvaccinated sick people in hospitals. Vaccines are effective against the Delta variant and severe illness. And the vaccines are safe. On an annualized basis, they have been taken by more Americans than any single prescription drug in the U.S. Over 168 million people in the U.S. are fully vaccinated, and the evidence of its efficacy continues to grow. Follow the link in the video description for a link to facts about the vaccines. For your own health and to prevent disruptions, please get vaccinated. Personally, I have, my wife has, my children have, even my 84-year-old mother has. Vaccination clinics will run on campus this week and next. If you've not gotten vaccinated, you should do so now. It is your best protection against severe illness. This has now become a pandemic of the unvaccinated. What we do as a university is important. With vaccines available and the effectiveness of masks, we can return to many of our activities and do them without spreading the virus around. Please visit the link in the description for more details and answers to frequently asked questions about how to respond in specific places or instances. This information will continue to be updated as additional questions come in and as more information is known. As we fulfill our mission as an institution, we will continue to monitor the research, the cases, and the resources available for each of us to protect ourselves. I understand the concerns in our community, and I know that these are trying times. But if we work together, if we protect ourselves and others, if we look out for members of our university community and beyond, if we trust the facts and research, if we follow the protocols and the science, I have full confidence we'll find ourselves on the other side of these trying times in the weeks and months to come. Thanks to each and every one of you for the part you play in making the university great. Thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're doing now, and what you will do in the future. Thank you.